Hi, I'm Ladey. It's good to be back to talk to you about Psalms through lockdown. And I absolutely love it when you float me an email back after one of these video blogs because I learn so much more from you. Because, as I've said, I don't know it all. I'm still learning, and each time God communicates with me, Holy Spirit communicates with me, it is just incredible. So I thank you for your messages. And Maureen Newman, particularly, reminded me that it's very easy for us to attribute emotions as we know them as when we know that God has those emotions, but actually they are quite different. So our jealousies usually come from some part of us that actually wants more for ourselves, whereas when God is jealous, he's jealous for our higher well-being. His take is completely different. So it's just reminding that, his thoughts are not our thoughts. He has a much bigger game that he's playing. So we can't taint him with what we see as our emotions. So it's good to just remember that upon occasion, particularly when the Psalms are full of pleas to God to take revenge on our part. The Psalms were written in David's time and probably and before actually, not always attributed to David. He wrote about half of them. People think it's the whole book that David did, which is part of them. But Psalm 3 was one of David's, and it was in his darkest time because it was when his son was trying to kill him so much he had to flee from his son to save his own life. Psalm 3 from the Living Translation goes like this. O Lord, I have so many enemies, so many are against me. So many are saying, God will never rescue him. But you, O Lord, are the shield around me. You are my glory, the ones who hold my head high. I cry out to the Lord, and he answered me from his holy mountain. I lay down and slept, yet I woke in safety, for the Lord was watching over me. I'm not afraid of 10,000 enemies who surround me on every side. Arise, O Lord, rescue me, my God. Slap all my enemies in the face and shatter the teeth of the wicked. Victory comes from you, O Lord. May you bless your people. Psalms resonate. Our enemy at the moment is COVID-19. It's being in lockdown. It's having to deal with whatever we're dealing with. And therefore it might feel that we have got enemies surrounding us. And those enemies don't need to be other human beings. They can be the spiritual forces that are attacking us. And we know that God can slap them, that he can slap them in the face and shatter the teeth of the enemies. He can do anything. He can turn bad into good. And he will do it in his way. But I love the fact that Psalm 3 knows that God will rescue you, that no matter when you're like David, in the absolute thick of it, he knew that his son's armies were surrounding him. He knew they were out to kill him. And yet he was able to sleep. And he slept knowing he would wake up in safety because the Lord was watching over him. Imagine that. How many sleepless nights have you had? How many times when you're worried and you're anxious that sleep just disappears and you can't? And yet David did. And we can too. When we know that the Lord is watching over us like any good father, and that we can wake in the morning in safety because he's shielding us. His shield. And he is the one which means our heads can be held high. No matter what has happened, no matter what other people are saying about us, our heads can be held high because God has got us. God has got our back and he's protecting us. And then we know he has the victory. And we ask God to bless people, not just ourselves, but others too. So much in these short 8 verses. And there are lessons there that we can take out on what's happening to us today, to our families today. And whether it's illness we're fighting, or indeed a situation where other people are being cruel and unkind to us, let's bring God into the middle of it and say, Lord, I'm yours. Protect me and make sure I can sleep in safety. Speak to you next time. Obviously, Psalm 4 then. Do email me, ladey@ladey.com, or ladyad.com actually, and I'll put that in the notes. But certainly email me and tell me, what is it about Psalm 3 that really speaks to you in today's language, in today's life? And this is all the life we have, so let's make it one for the Lord. Lady AD, keep safe, keep writing if you're writing, and keep replying. Thank you.